Ooh, fish on.
Welcome back to another fishing adventure. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. My father-in-law and I went fishing out in his kayaks to a lake that I've never been to before. It was one of my first times fishing in a kayak, so I was more focused on controlling the kayak than I was on narrating the video. So I'm going to try doing a voiceover to narrate the trip. With that said, let's get right into it. Shortly after launching, I decided to take a few casts with a Rapala floating minnow. I usually use my ultralight setup for this lure. Unfortunately, the rod broke on me right as I was about to launch. But thankfully, I did bring my medium rod setup, so I'm using that in this video. It didn't take long to secure my first catch, a little largemouth bass.
Oh, fish on. Let's see what we got. I think it's a small little largemouth. Yep, beautiful fish. Back in the water.
Mike landed his first fish shortly after, a bluegill.
Oh, that's a nice bluegill. Awesome.
This is the lure that he caught the bluegill on. It's a Rapala shallow running shad wrap. I decided to switch to it myself for the majority of the trip.
All right.
Mike then managed to hook onto another fish. This one was even bigger.
Another bluegill.
Sideways.
Look at that. That is a
Feel like a big fish.
that is a big fish.
It is a big. It's big. For a
I was
bluegill.
gonna say that could be a trophy.
In New Hampshire, any bluegill that's at least 10 inches long is considered a trophy. This one didn't quite make the cut, but it sure got close, measuring in at 8 3/4 inches. I decided to troll the lure behind me while moving to another spot. I didn't feel anything while I was paddling, but I was in for a nice surprise when I reeled it in.
I think I got some weeds. Oh, I had a fish. Oh my goodness, it's a yellow perch.
Wow.
Who would have thought? Beautiful perch. Back in the water.
That perch was nothing to brag about, but I'll take it over weeds any day. After releasing the perch, I cast out the shad wrap again and brought it in with a steady retrieve. This worked really well.
Fish on. See what we got here. Looks like a bass. Oh yeah. Nice. Another beautiful bass. Back in the water.
Just as I was adjusting the kayak, I noticed a strike on top of the water. This fish gave me the best fight of the day.
It's coming near! Don't let it go!
Fish! Fish on! I think that was another bass. I don't even think I moved it. Let's see. Let me drag a little bit.
It's a medium!
Nice. Another really nice largemouth bass. Let's get you back in the water.
At this point, the wind started to pick up, which made it hard to stay in one spot. We decided to head over to the other side of the lake to see if we'd be a little bit more protected. I tried a slightly faster retrieve on this next cast, which ended up being exactly what this fish was looking for.
Oh, fish on. Yep. Another perch. Shad wrap is dominating.
These perch I caught today were small, but I really loved the vibrant colors on them.
Back in the water.
As I took more casts, I noticed that this part of the pond had a lot more weeds on the bottom. Because of that, the shad wrap got caught up a lot. I decided to switch back to the Rapala floating minnow to mitigate this. This was definitely a good idea because I ended up catching another fish off of this, but unfortunately I forgot to start my GoPro. So you won't get to see the fight on this next one.
Of course I didn't record it. That was a fun fight too. Well, hey, sorry you didn't get to see the fight on this one, but another really nice largemouth. We're gonna send you back in the water.
Thankfully you won't miss this bite.
Oop, fish on. Hopefully the camera's rolling. Looks like it is. Awesome. Another largemouth. Ooh, this is a nice one. Hopefully I don't crash in there.
One of the challenges of kayak fishing is that you sometimes have to micromanage your positioning against wind and wake. On the other hand, it gives you access to the entire water body. I wouldn't have been able to access any of the spots I fished today on foot, so it's a good trade-off.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest one of the day. That one might even be a pound, I don't know. Maybe slightly under. But anyways, really good fight. Back in the water.
As the sun went down, we started to head back to the boat launch, taking a few casts along the way. I managed to land one more little largemouth to end the day.
Oop, fish on. Let's see what we got. I think it's another bass. Nice. Smaller one. Another nice little largemouth. All right, back in the water for you.
Well, that concludes today's fishing adventure. Both of us ended up catching a bunch of fish today and had a blast exploring the lake on kayak. This was my first time using the Rapala shad wrap, which proved to be a great lure for where we were fishing. Between the two of us, we easily caught over a dozen bass, bluegill, and perch off this one lure. This was also my first time doing a voiceover style commentary for a video. If you want to see more videos narrated like this, let me know down in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.